Like, thank you so much for coming on the platform. I appreciate you.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise, it's an honor. For the view, for I know you got moves to make, so we're gonna get right into it. For the viewers who might not recognize you, let them know who you are.
Well, my name is Anne Marie Johnson, and I guess depending on the age range of your audience, okay. So I've been around for quite a while. I've been a professional actor. Oh my gosh, I am entering my 40th year.
Wow,
I know, right? I've been a union member. Yeah, this is my 40th year. It just shocks me when I think of that. But anyway, I'm a professional actor producer and born and bred second generation Angelino. Um, Studied my profession throughout school, graduated from UCLA with a degree in theater arts and a minor in English, and continue to work it, although we're on strike, but I'm producing and starring in a movie right now. We have our interim agreement. We're one of the 1,500 projects that have been approved by the union. I also sit on the SAG-AFTRA board. I've been a senior board member since 1997, and I was the first African American to be elected vice president of the Screen Actors Guild in its entire history.
wow, that's
So that's who I
phenomenal.
am.
That's phenomenal. Like you say, you've been doing this 40 years. I mean, some people don't even work a job or a career that long, but you know what I'm saying? You've been knocking down some major doors.
Yeah, tried to. Came up normal middle class upbringing in Los Angeles. My father was a police officer. My mother was a school teacher. So just you know, blue collar Angelino through and through.
Wow. Now, how did you even get into acting? Was somebody in your family doing it, or when did you? Okay.
No, I probably when I was in elementary school, I knew what I wanted to do. And my parents were very stealth like in their strategy. So we all had to learn a classical instrument and we all had to be involved in the arts, which was great, along with our regular, school classes but education was a major priority with both of my parents. They were fortunate to go to college and graduate. My father was part of the Tuskegee Airmen. He engineered he was part of the Tuskegee Air Corps, and he was ground crew. He helped design and create the runways in Italy for the
Wow.
fighter pilots. And so, and like I said, my mother was a school teacher and actually reached the level of vice principal of an elementary school. So education was key. And so, along with the arts, so they were very supportive of my wanting to become an actor. It was unconditional love. They took me to all of my play rehearsals and went to all of my performances. And the only deal I had to make was to make sure that I had a plan and that I had a usable minor when I was majoring in theater. So my minor was English, so I could always get a job.
Hmm.
If need be, as we said in Hollywood Shuffle, there's always a job at the post office. So that was the deal that we made, and without that foundation, I don't think I would have had such a successful try at it. So I owe everything to not only God but to my parents.
Yes, indeed. That's amazing. Big shout out to your dad, man. It's the Tuskegee Airmen. They were some bad boys.
There were some bad boys considering. I have a photo. Do you mind if I kind of
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it'll. let's see. I'm in my little messy office, so I don't know if you'll be able, but there he is in Italy.
Wow, that is amazing.
So
Thank you
very
so
proud
much
of
for
my
sharing
parents.
that.
Very proud
Man,
of my parents.
that's dope. That's dope. Now I can ask you, now when did you get your first big break? You feel like,
I was it was kind of early on. My specialty in training was musical theater. That was my specialty. So I envisioned myself to be Carol Burnett. That was my goal, to have that type of career. So, but lo and behold, I think the most notable, I mean, I was on a nice round of series, doing both comedy and drama. But I think the most notable that I am still recognized even today, oh, so many years ago, was In the Heat of the Night. I think that was probably what really introduced me to a large audience. I mean, I did What's Happening Now, which was great, and all of that, and Hollywood Shuffle, but
hmm
um, In the Heat of the Night was across the board. It was watched by so many different groups of people: black, white, young, old. It was really such a far-reaching series, and it was on for over 6 years. So I think that was my biggest break. And then from there, I went to In Living Color. So it was an actor's dream to go to from such a serious drama to poof, there I was on In Living Color, which was a great experience. And it was because of Tommy Davidson that I got that job. I owe that.
wow,
I didn't have to audition. Tommy said he knew that I may be leave. My plans were to leave In the Heat of the Night before the conclusion of the series, and we had done a movie together. And he said, if you ever want to play on In Living Color, let me know. And he did it, man. It was Tommy who got me that gig.
wow! Big shout out to Tommy Davidson. I just interviewed him. He was just on the
No,
show. Yeah,
he's wonderful.
phenomenal. Yes, yes, indeed. Now I can ask you, when did you get into comedy? Was it at that point, or you had?
Always. No,
Oh,
I
okay,
started in comedy. Uh, my first professional sitcom was Different Strokes,
okay.
and but I had done so many comedies, and I still do. I mean, that's my first love, comedy, but I seem to be cast in dramas all the time. But
Right.
so I always, as a child, I was always part of, comedy and musical theater.